I was watching a cartoon with my kid the other day, Courage the Cowardly Dog. I don't know if you guys have seen that one. It's funny, but it's definitely twisted. The episode had to do with this shiny pink curtain of energy, like an energy wave that hits everybody and immediately turns them aggressive, angry, hateful. They start fighting with each other and go insane. And it's only about the 10 billionth time I've seen that theme get played out in some form of Hollywood entertainment. And it's getting to the point where it's a joke how often this is shown. Here's another good example. We just watched this movie. Joe Joseph at the Freedom Link said, go check this movie out. You want to see something weird? It's a movie called Kingsman, the Secret Service. It actually stars some well-known people. It's got Colin Firth, and Samuel L. Jackson plays the bad guy. He actually plays a Bill Gates-esque type of bad guy who feels that humanity is not taking global warming seriously enough. So he decides that the Earth is sick, humanity is the virus, and he's going to come up with the cure. His cure is to hand out SIM cards, free SIM cards that everyone can have for their smartphones to get free service. And he uses satellites to beam down a signal to the phone. It stimulates their aggression center. It makes them angry, and they start fighting and trying to kill each other. And it's very gory, Quentin Tarantino-esque gore, but not even in an artistic way. It's just gory, and it's pretty bad. And so if you haven't heard of this movie that came out in 2014, I'm not surprised, because it seems like one of those straight-to-DVD kind of things, really. But I watched it mostly because I wanted to see this thing play out. And that's what happened. They even had it to where a mother was trying to hack through the door, Jack Nicholson Shining style, to kill her own baby using cell phones. And they say in there that they don't even have, not everyone even has to have a cell phone, just enough people have to have them in the area you're at. It will affect everyone 100%. The thing that's really creepy to me about this continuous theme of we can beam your brain with energy and make you go insane and crazy and try to hurt everyone is that they've been working on this kind of stuff with the central nervous system and the brain since the Cold War, since MK Ultra, since the joint American-Canadian-British project to unlock the black box that is your brain. They were putting electrodes in the brain to try and stimulate different centers to see what would happen. The most well-known of these that everyone seems to know is the Jose Delgado experiments with the bull, where he wired up electrodes into the brain of a bull, stimulated the bull's caudate nucleus, and basically triggered the bull to stop charging. So they inhibited the aggression. But if they can inhibit the aggression, they can also cause the aggression. They can also trigger the aggression. So it works both ways. All this stuff works both ways. And everyone knows about that with the triggering of basically the mind-controlled bull, where they got out a remote control, pressed a button, and the bull would not charge. The bull would just stop. And what people don't know about that clip, it's the most widely known one. What people don't know about it is that by the time Delgado was showing off that experiment and being really dramatic, stepping into a bull ring in Spain with a bull who's remote controlled, he had already done that experiment to rats, cats, monkeys, and people. So he was already doing that in human beings by the time he was showing off everyone that he could do it in a bull. And they were even doing it to dolphins. I mean, they were doing it to all kinds of animals back then, putting electrodes in the brains and finding out which stimulations caused what behaviors. And they could cause any kind of behavior. They could cause happiness, sadness. They could make a heterosexual start to have homosexual leanings. Pretty much the sky was the limit on the stuff that they were doing with this. And that's before they started giving people LSD and seeing what that did. So this is something they've been working on for a very long time, is using electrical signals to mess with the brain to control and change and inhibit behavior. It's not science fiction. It's absolutely a fact. They did it for many, many years, and there's no reason for anyone to think that just because all the revelations came out in the 70s, that technology suddenly disappeared off the planet because everyone wised up and said, oh, we can't study this further because there could be some really bad implications. No, of course not. That's never what they do. If you just look at DARPA, if you just look at the stuff that they're doing, this is exactly what I'm talking about. DARPA is working on neural engineering system design. DARPA seeks proposal to design, build, demonstrate, and validate a neural interface platform capable of recording from more than 1 million neurons and stimulating more than 100,000 neurons in proposer-defined regions, so DARPA-defined regions of the human auditory, visual, and somatosensory cortex. The complete system must demonstrate high-precision detection, transduction, and encoding of neural activity. They want to stimulate and encode neural activity. And it actually says, if you go read the full text over here, they're talking about neural interface systems with simultaneous full duplex read and write interaction with at least 1,000 neurons in regions of the human sensory cortex. So we can sit here all day and play that fun game people like to play where they do the devil's advocate and say, oh, this is all going to be so wonderful because it's going to help people. And they're going to use it for all the wonderful, good rainbow kisses, unicorn fluffy cupcake reasons you can possibly ever think of. Good luck with all of that, okay? Let's be honest with ourselves for a second. People always say technology is neutral. Fine, but it really does depend on who's wielding it. And I'm sorry, but DARPA is the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency. It's not the kiss your boo-boo and make you feel better agency. This is serious. This kind of stuff is real. It has crazy again, I guess I just keep repeating myself because I just can't believe it. Every day you find one more thing and you go, wow, I can't believe we're to that level. And we really are. I just want people to recognize that this is a thing that is happening, that this exists. That this is the kind of technology that if you can do something like that, what can't you do?